And in his first few weeks in office, he certainly hasn't disappointed, with some, namely Donald Trump, hailing this as a big turning point for the US economy. Just a few weeks ago, he announced a 25% tariff on both Mexico and Canada, with just a 10% tariff on Canada's energy products. He also announced a blanket 10% tariff on Chinese goods, and more recently, he's been toying with the idea of reciprocal tariffs with other US trading partners, including the EU and Japan. Now, as of the time of recording, those tariffs on Canada and Mexico have been temporarily halted, but the tariffs on China have gone live, and it seems as though Donald Trump is going to continue exploring further tariffs on other countries over the next few weeks. The interesting thing though is that the president can't just slap tariffs on any country for any reason, however. He has to work within existing laws. For example, Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962 allows the president to impose tariffs for national security reasons. Section 301 of the Trade Act of 74 allows the president to impose tariffs if a foreign country engages in unfair trade practices. And the Tariff Act of 1930 allows the president to impose retaliatory tariffs if a foreign government discriminates against US products. But beyond that, the tariffs need congressional approval. There's no power that the president has that enables them to place tariffs on countries just cause. The only other way a president can use executive powers to impose tariffs is if they declare a national emergency. And that's why we've seen Trump tie these tariffs specifically to illegal immigration and fentanyl. By framing the tariffs on Canada and Mexico as a response to the border crisis, he can justify them under a national emergency. But obviously, China's a bit of a tougher sell in that department, which is why the White House has now linked the national emergency to fentanyl, arguing that China hasn't done enough to curb the flow of precursor chemicals into the US. So it's an interesting tactic to watch play out, but the point is, it seems like Trump will try as best he can to impose tariffs where possible to increase the tax revenue and reduce the trade deficit of the United States.